Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you how to fold Greyhound, which is actually inspired by Jason Merrill's Tiger Shark and his F-22. As you can see, it has the air intakes and rounded edge at the bottom, and these folds are reinforced as they are made from the Tiger Shark wings. So this plane, I took quite a long time designing it, and I would like to give credit to Jason Merrill for it. Thank you. So you will need a square sheet of paper. If you want it to be easier to fold, you can use this, but the one that I folded was from A4. So your first step is to fold your plane in half. Make sure everything's lined up. And you want to make the primary base, so you fold this here too. Just stand it up and squash fold it. It will be harder if your paper is bigger and thinner, as it may not want to press down flatly, especially at this point. Okay, if it doesn't work, you can just make a crease that runs from here to here. Just make this crease a bit tighter. So that's how I like to do it, but it may not be accurate sometimes. So yeah, and you fold this here, and you can squash fold that as well. Okay, same as the F-22 by Jason Merrill. You fold this in to the center. Make sure it goes right to that point. Fold this up at these creases here. Fold this edge to this edge of the paper you just made. And you fold this edge to this edge. So another way to remember, if you are trying to memorize this plane, is that you want this edge to land on this crease here. So like you can just fold in there. I mean, I'm not gonna do it. It's not meant to be like that, but just to check, you can do that. Make sure it's right on that crease. And of course, you unfold everything. Stand it up and squash fold it. Fold this edge to this edge. we're not going to pedal fold it, just make that crease. Squash to the other side and fix that. Fold this edge to that edge. And now you can flip it over and squash for these two flaps too. Yeah. So you're actually not gonna make like this crease up here in the F20, like the F22, because there's no cockpit, and those creases like this one was just to prepare for the petal fold, which makes the cockpit. But we are actually having a tail fin and no cockpit, as I had trouble making the fins. Okay, you can flip it over and you fold on these creases here, the diagonal ones. So let me show you which creases. I mean, it was this crease right here that we made just now. So you're swiveling out on that. Squeeze it good. And you fold up on its natural breaking point. Actually, not many people did it, but I like to flip it over to make sure this edge lands on the center crease, just for accuracy. And you wrap this layer around this edge. Careful not to tear the paper when you're unfolding it. Maybe you can just do this. Okay. You fold this edge in. Just fold on those creases. And these as well. Collapse it back in. And you fold this up. Actually, there's not, you have a reference point, which is this crease, but sometimes I find it hard, so I just make a light crease over here and I look at it and just fold this in. So you can actually take this as a reference, but it's sometimes so light that I can't even see it. And you sink these two in. So you fold on this crease here, reverse these two creases, and you sort of want to press together. And you can do these steps spontaneously. So when it's like this, you can do it on the other side right now, so that you won't have to collapse it and unfold it to collapse it again. Nothing cool comes easy. I mean, like, it's not the hardest step yet. You fold it up at where these points will catch. And you sink that in, but you want to rearrange it. So you're not going to like really sink it in, but you're gonna pop this in and fold on this crease right here. may take a while to press in. Now you open this up, look inside and make sure these edges are pushed out. So like they may not be, they like to fall on this crease here. Okay, and same old fold, just fold it out and fold it and fold this edge to this edge. Okay, and you open it up here, you fold on this crease, fold on this and just push it down. Repeat the step here. Okay, it should be like this. Now your next step is to fold this out on its natural breaking point. Flip it over, and this edge over here will be on top. You just fold it out. Make sure you don't move this edge at all. So this edge here is actually can be used to reinforce the fuselage, like Vulcan by Jason Merrill, Vulcan Interceptor. And you open it up, push the whole thing forward, just push that out, roll the slat out. Same thing here. And you can fold from this edge here, this intersection of layers, from this edge, and you want this edge to land in with this edge landing on this sharp corner. Not exactly sharp, but corner. Okay, and I like to work on this part later. I'll just fold this edge in like the tiger shark. You wouldn't have to like swivel that out, but yeah, I'm just gonna do it. So this edge in, this edge lands on this line here, and this lands in the center crease. Yeah, a lot of references. So you can just swivel that. So you have this layer. You don't use this layer, use this one here. Just push it down, and this edge here lands on this, and make sure this goes to the corner here. The point, sorry. So yeah, and you do the same step on the other side. Can fold this edge over here to this edge, and you fold this edge so that this line lands over here. Pick up the pace. You can unfold this partially and swivel it out. And your next two steps, you can do it spontaneously. I like doing it just to make it faster. Like I'll do it on one side, and later I'll show you the proper way that Jason Merrill uses. So this is this is the way I like doing. So you want to inside reverse fold this and pull this layer out. So my way is I pull it out, and at the same time when this is open, you fold on this crease, reversing it, and this you push it out. Okay? And Jason Merrill's way is just you inside reverse fold this first, and that is and then you just take this layer and pull it out. Okay, and now I want you to actually, you can see this crease here. You want to divide this and this into thirds. So this thing, this edge here will go into thirds. Fold it down like this, and you squash fold it. Try to make it like a perfect triangle. It may take really long. I hear some fighter jets roaring. Maybe this one. Okay, so never mind. Something like that will be okay. You fold this edge too. Squash it. Doesn't have to be like a perfect triangle. Who cares? Okay, and now you fold this out on its natural breaking point, these two edges, and you fold on this crease here and squash it so that this line here lands on this edge, and this line here and lands on this crease here. So it's sort of, you have to look at both of them at the same time. Okay, fold this out, and now you want to fold this in. You can just estimate, but maybe you'll fold this here and you fold this edge in. This point will land on this edge. I like doing that, like, I mean, it's fun. And you fold this edge on its natural breaking point. You can fold this edge to this edge. To lock it in place, you may want to fold it in one more time, but I don't really like the shape as much when you do that. It's a bit thinner, but I'll just do that, okay? So basically when you don't do that, you just leave it like that. It looks better, but I actually like using this as an elevator to elevate the plane, but I just won't be doing that in this tutorial. I'll just fold it up. You can experiment with the wing. Do the same thing here, squash it. And sorry, fold it up on that crease you already have. Fold this edge in. And roll it in. This part may be thick over here, so you grease it hard. Okay, don't worry about the wings right now. We're gonna work on the rounded edge over here and the fuel intakes. So you unfold these two and petal fold it down on this 2 points here that you have made over here. So yeah. Sorry, this edge, don't worry, I just accidentally folded it there, but it's meant to look like this if you have folded it properly. Okay, you fold it up, but you don't really want this point to land on it. Just leave a tiny gap over here, about 1 millimeter. Okay, now this is what I may call the hardest step. You may not find it hard, but after practice you may find it easier. So you are going to open this up, fold on this crease here, fold on that. Okay, so let me show you which crease. This crease, you want to fold it so that where there's a kink right here, you're reversing that. And make sure you don't fold here. Here. Okay, fold this into, and you do these two at the same time. Press them together. Fold it in, so this edge, you can, if it goes in, you just pull it out. Make sure there's no kink here. Okay, you push it in. And so this edge will want to fold this crease. You do that, and this point here will just land on this crease here. So I mean this layer will land on the crease. Do the same thing here. So just pop it inside. Yeah, it takes practice. You can collapse it down after that. Yeah, so this is what it can look like. You want to adjust it a lot. Okay, so you can see mine isn't really accurate. I'll make it better. And now you fold on this crease here. If you can't find it, it may happen sometimes if your folds are not accurate. You just want to fold on this edge. You have this crease here if you folded it accurately, and you just push the slack in. Sorry about that. And now you can experiment with this flap. I tried making this into landing gear. It did work, but it's pretty hard to do fluid takes if you do that. So actually this edge is to make the rounded point over here. So you want to swivel, you want this edge to stick to this edge in here. And basically how you do it is you're going to push it out, like you can estimate it, but you just pull out this paper right here, fold it and push the slack in. Do the same thing here. So you pull out on this slack, pull it out and push in on the remaining paper. Okay, most of the time I don't get this symmetrical, but don't worry. Okay. Okay, so now you can use this layer. Wait, sorry, not yet. you want to reinforce the fuselage of this plane. So flip it over here, you push it like Vulcan, you push this in out on this natural breaking point, and this edge will have to be pushed. So okay, let me just show you when I'm done. This edge over here will land on this crease here, and you want this edge to land on this edge, and it's pretty hard to crease right like this, so I'll close it to crease it nice. You can divide this edge into thirds when you are reinforcing it right now, but I'll just fold it for this tutorial. So all these reinforcing, I'll be doing more reinforcing later right here, and it makes it fly really far, like probably further than some of my darts, and yeah. Yeah, so just fold this edge here. Sorry if this paper is too light for you to see. I hope you will be able to do this. Like, can do another tutorial if you can't see this properly. I'll use another color if it's not visible, but probably this. And you lock this together, so you fold this edge in. But basically what I do is I bring it underneath the reinforced edge right here. Just fold it in. May want to be not crease hard, like it's really thick. And this layer now should be locked to the edge of this plate here. Fold it in, and it's going a long way in there. If mine wasn't folded symmetrically, you can see you can see how far that went, but it's alright. Tuck it inside. Yeah, so that's the really cool thing about the plane. It makes it harder to reinforce though in the front. Like, this is the only reinforcements, and this, which I didn't learn from any specific channel, I just created it. Okay, this looks familiar. You swivel on this. You have a crease already actually, and you make sure it goes to that point. Don't want it to tear. Not good. Background noise. And you fold it out. So you want to divide this edge into thirds. The other F22, you fold this here, do this, but I decided to change it a little bit. So you divide this into thirds. This edge into thirds. And you roll it in one more time. You may see it in some of Jason Merrill's planes. I don't know, like, I just discovered his channel a few months ago, so I didn't like fold many planes. I'm trying to fold the F-16 right now. I'm like 45 minutes through the video. And you roll it in. Do the same thing here. And divide it into thirds. Freeze it really hard. make sure it goes to that point. You don't want it to go further or not as far. Like, you want it to go straight to that point. And mine didn't really, but okay, next that's optional, but I didn't do it this way. You can just fold this edge down and fold in a little bit. I don't know, you can just estimate however much you want. Yeah, this is good. Fold it in half to match it. Hope mine's symmetrical. Yes, it is. Okay. And okay, you want to fold this edge in from this point, and this point will land on this edge here. Yeah. You unfold it, fold this edge in. Like, I think you have the crease already, is it? Yep, you have. Okay. Just to reinforce it, I like to do this. And of course, you sink this edge, not this crease, not the newest one. This crease that you made right here. Sink fold. And when you sink it, you want to make sure this edge, sorry, I didn't really do it properly. This one. Okay, you want to make sure this edge is underneath this edge. The same steps here. Fold this here. Sorry. Fold it in. And you sink it. So it's not what do you call it? Open sink. It's not an open sink, like it's just you're popping that edge in. I'm just gonna redo this. Why isn't it working? Okay, you may want it to be a bit further from that point, but okay, that's better. Now, you reinforce the fuselage. You're gonna have to do something else to it later when you unfold the jet fold, but you just fold this edge into this edge. You don't want to squash anything before I tell you to, like. So, it'll be a little bit different if you have folded this in and unfolded it. If you if you had not folded it in, you can just squash it in. And same for this. So it's just like this. It's more compact when you fold this in, but not as cool and adds more weight to the back of the wings. may come unfolded. And now, after you flatten out the creases, you can just get ready for the jet fold. But yeah, you just push this in. It's optional because it's really hard. Like, it's not even a proper fold. It's just like shaping it inward. I don't know. Maybe you can do it after the jet fold. That's what I did. It was easier. So you jet fold from this point to this edge. Just fold that crease. And you see, mine tore, so it's really thick. You can use foil or wrapping paper. So that's basically what I find it to make it easier. Adjust the jet fold. No lines like how you make diamond shaped wings. You know, there's like transitions of layers. That's easy for you to make the jet fold, but yeah, in that circumstance you don't even need to make the creases for the jet fold. You can just jet fold it immediately, but adjust that. Okay. And actually, you crease this really hard because you want to use it as a reference as you unfold it again. Flip it to the side, and you see this crease here. You want to pull it out from this edge, and this edge should go down like that. So you don't want it to just fold out. You just pull that out. Do the same thing here. So you see this edge. This may work. It's a bit of a swiveling. And this is to reinforce the front, of course. And you can just jet fold it back. Crease it hard. It's not any new fold. I'm just adjusting it. You don't want this layer to be popping out when you jet fold it. It may happen, like it'll slide out. Let me try. Okay, better. See, this is what I mean. Okay, you fold the wings up. Let's see this angle. Okay. Could be really good. And you pull out the tail fin. So you want this tail fin edge, this edge to be landing like, sorry. You want it to be straight, like parallel to an imaginary line right here. Or landing right on that line. Okay. this looks good. These two edges. So this layer is gonna stick here. You just pull it out all the way. May tear at the end. Just try not to let it. And you fold this in just to make space for the thruster. So you tuck it inside it. And you fold it up like from this edge here in, and you just fold this in and fold it all the way as far as you can go inside. And you make the thruster, so you fold this edge in, but you don't crease at this last part. It's just like Cobra. And you want to make it bigger. So that's one. I'll make the other one. Okay, here's your chance to make the wings a bit more straight at the back. This actually looks very cool already, but you may have the preference. So you want this to be a bit more out, and you press that in like that. So this is what it looks like over here. You're just pushing that in, like swiveling, I don't know. And it won't really be flat at the tip, but basically making the tip flat was just to make your wings that are diamond shaped. And you can make elevators, like just folding these edges up, but I may not do that. So because you can just do a little bit, just that it won't last very long. So those may work, but I'm not gonna do it. You can just crease this wing edges right here. Okay, and now you make the fuel intakes at the rounded edge at the bottom. So you pull it out, and you inside reverse fold on this crease. It may take a few tries to do this last step, especially the inside reverse fold. I mean, it's so hard to do it like that. Okay, but I did it. And now you shape the air intake or fuel intake, and you poke this in like this so that you can make it more 3D. Oh, sorry, I forgot. This edge has to go in here. This edge will tuck inside this edge here. I mean, you can do it at the end like that. So you make the air intakes. Push in on that edge. And I don't know why, I just like shaping this part. Like, no point. Okay, and you may want to add a little crease right here, just to make it a bit cooler, like how I did in this one. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Hope you like flying this plane.